They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. And the Cavaliers will boot it away to start the game. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Louisville's offense will start this game off. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Breaks into the open. Spins away from the defense. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Release to the back. He's got it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because 1st and 2nd down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Wants to keep it in the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab, it's a first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play.
A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Cavaliers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Got his man on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. It's Silva. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And the Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Lobs it off the back foot. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Found the spot in the defense. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Now
turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
no doubt, when you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Caught in the backfield. It's Poe. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch around the 50. Can they catch him? Smacks him with the stiff arm. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. This offense has it with really good field position. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. Snags it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And the Cardinals line it up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. And the Cavaliers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 3rd. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the returner will be dragged down. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and...
Looking for a deep man. He's got it inside the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Got his man. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Tripped up for the tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
A little screen to the running back. Touchdown Cardinals. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got rid of it just in time. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in at the 40. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Going to try to get it himself. Crosses the 30. He's got to land. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They want to run this quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville!
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Wants to go up top. He'll heave it deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Touchdown, Cardinals! And they add 6 more to the board with a trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the tailback. Fights off the defender. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Cardinals will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll open the second half on the ground. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Right on the money. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. And the Cavaliers will punt this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Floyd. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. He's got it on the outside. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion. Off-play action on 1st down. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Cavaliers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Poe. There he goes. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. On the move at the 30. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Poe. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. And the Cavaliers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Fit it in the window for the score.
Yeah, and you look for the big fellas down here in the red zone. You want to run the football, you want to be physical, and then you play action, and you got the big target. Throw it up to him. He does the rest with the soft hands and getting the touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Complete to the left. Here he goes. Touchdown, Louisville! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Cavaliers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grab behind the line. It's Poe. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The Cavaliers decide to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt teams 6 times tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and...
Going for the big play. He's got it on the left. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football.
Breaks into the open. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Quarterback making adjustments. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback keeps it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense has taken some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the lead kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wideout. The give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. He'll try it again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to
get behind the defense. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want.
It's a seam wide open. Past the 30. Inside the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's loose. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. Snags it down the right side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Green 25.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking to get it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock, and they've no doubt about it. This one's over.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth